I'm going to show you how to set up a beautiful and smooth client proposal flow where they can review the proposal, pick any packages or add-ons that you might want to offer, review and sign the contract, pay the invoice, which will dynamically generate based on any of the selection that they might have added to the proposal previously, and then schedule a meeting using a scheduler. Everything is in one tab, one click, one link, all through a nice, smooth flow, which you can see right here. Proposal, contract, invoice, scheduler. Now, every item, such as contract, invoice, and scheduler, are tabs that you can turn on and off depending on your preference. So when you open a proposal and the first tab is the proposal, you can customize this however way you want. You can add sections, you can add packages, add-ons, services, everything. Now, from the contract tab, you can go ahead and enable it. By default, it will be turned off, but you can enable it. And once you enable it, it becomes part of the flow. Now, it's the same thing works for invoices and scheduler. So all of them has that switch button, which you can enable or disable. So as you can see, if I turn it off, the contract will no longer be part of the proposal. Now, I'm going to turn it on for the sake of this example. Now, in the contract tab, you can have your contract. And then once they sign the contract, after signing the proposal, they will be landing on the invoice. Will automatically generate the total amount. Again, based on the selection that they've selected on the proposal, if any. You can also make it fixed, so there is no add-ons or packages that they can select from. Now, just to be 100% sure in this step, like you've set up your payment methods from here. Now you can select Stripe, PayPal, bank transfer, Square, and you can set all these up from settings. You go to integrations, and then from here you can set all of these payment methods. Now you go back to the proposal and you specify the payment method that you want the client to pay with for that specific proposal or proposal template. So back to invoice. Now the last step is the scheduler, which you can first create from under schedulers. So I have one created here already for consultations. And then you go back to the proposals and then you connect that scheduler. Now, one thing you've probably noticed is that all the styles, so the theme of the scheduler, the invoice, and the contract, all these tabs inherit the theme that you set on a proposal. So from the designer tab here, you can specify the theme that you want and you can change it in a click, as you can see, or you can go deeper here and customize it however way you want to fit your brand. Now, we talked about the process. We talked about adding the different tabs and creating a smooth, nice flow for your client to sign the proposal, the contract, pay the invoice, and book time as well, all from one page, one link. And the cool thing is, from the proposals tab, go to details and make sure that you go to automation. From the automation tab, you can actually redirect them to a specific page afterwards if you want, or show them a confirmation pop-up that is built in a flow. But you can also auto-invite them as a client to the workspace. So once they've actually signed the proposal, signed the contract, paid the invoice, and scheduled the meeting, or any of the tabs that you wanted within the flow, once they finish the flow, you can automatically invite them to the workspace as a client, and you can also automatically create a project, and you can select a template for that project. So once the proposal is signed and all the flow is done, you can automatically invite them and also create a project for them so they have access to everything and ready to go without you having to lift a finger.